campaign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The campaign is basically designed to help encourage Filipinos to show their support for family planning and reproductive health more openly and more proudly in an open fashion. We know from survey research that's been conducted over many years repeatedly that the majority of Filipinos, more than 70%, actually do support family planning and reproductive health programs. But we find that majority is quiet in their support, and that the opponents of this topic are very loud in the media. So this campaign is encouraging people to be more out in how they feel on this topic, and for people to see when everyone is showing this, to look at one another and realize that there's no reason to be afraid or to feel inhibited to express that.
Okay, hi, I just want to make follow up to that. 70% of Filipinos support family planning. When was this poll conducted, and do you have the age group of these people who supported this RH or the reproductive health?
It's actually not just one poll, it's actually several different polls. They were conducted at different times. Just to give you a few examples, the Pulse Asia poll that was cited by Rappler in 2016. There was another Pulse Asia pre-election survey that was cited by the Philippine Daily Inquirer on where Filipinos stand on RH. There was a 2010 survey that was conducted also by Pulse Asia that was people expressing their feelings about the reproductive health bill that is now the reproductive health law. So this research is very consistent in the results that it shows.
Hayan, wait. We know in the research we said that 70% they are silent on the support when it comes to our RH law, because we here in the Philippines we have the taboo, or because we're the closed Catholic country.
Yes.
How do you planning to penetrate them, to encourage them to go out?
Well, I think we can take our model from past movements that have been similar and face some of the same kind of taboos and stigmas. So, for example, the LGBTQ movement, they've overcome their own fear of being out of who they are by having the Pride Festival and Pride marches and so on, which has grown over the years into a kind of an international event. So this is kind of similar. It's about when people come out and show each other that they are in fact the majority, that it becomes something that people don't have to feel so inhibited or scared about.
Okay, going to the LGBT community, do you have a plans to work with them to just Do It Right campaign?
Yeah, we feel that reproductive health is not specific to any specific sexual orientation. Straight people, gay people, LGBTQ, they're all entitled to good reproductive health and reproductive health education. So of course we include these groups in our umbrella. In fact, one of our coalition members today launching this campaign is Love Yourself.
Yeah. Okay. It's the organization with the Miss Universe. Okay. Going back, because we have the taboo and the HIV, the HIV cases in the Philippines continuously rise, especially among the young. Can you share your campaign or your plans on how to penetrate the younger market and to educate them or encourage them to join the movement of Do It Right campaign?
Well, let's not forget that one of the main reasons why HIV prevention is not practiced seriously enough is that the people who are susceptible or at risk are maybe feel inhibited by the embarrassment and the taboos that we were talking about, from reaching out to knowledgeable people, visiting a doctor, from discussing freely among themselves about what kind of effective prevention techniques can be used, like wearing condoms, for example. So when people feel too scared to walk into a shop and ask to buy a condom, obviously you're going to see that's damaging the prevention of HIV transmission. So by this campaign, by trying to reduce the embarrassment factor and get everybody to feel comfortable together by doing it right, should play a positive role in helping stem the rise of HIV.
Okay. How does the government play into this campaign? Are they supporting you in what way?
Well, this is a private campaign. It's being supported only by private foundations and enterprises and so on. So far, there's no direct government hand in it or government funding. But I think we have sympathy from for example, today, the Undersecretary of POPCOM, Dr. Juan Antonio Perez III will be here as a speaker and a VIP attending our press conference. So even though they're not an official partner, let's say, in the campaign, we have their support. And indeed, there's a great number of initiatives done by the Duterte administration right now to support the reproductive health law, the implementation of that law, and so I think it comes at a good time. We're all working together and pushing in the same direction.
Hi, I'm writing because I'm a journalist for the campus section of Manila Bulletin. I just want to ask you for your message to the younger generations. So how can they do it right? Or when it's time, a message for them that it's time for them not to be afraid or not to be, inclined on this taboo here in the country.
I think that young people, especially, it's extremely important that they take advantage of their enthusiasm for using online media, social media, and the internet to use that power that they have in their smartphones to access good factual material about reproductive health and safe sex, but most of all to join us by making this hand sign and showing in their selfie or in their photos or in their videos or other things that they're on board with this kind of thing, and that will encourage their friends all to be in this together and having the right information.
Okay. My last question is how long this campaign would run?
The campaign is actually designed to be a long-running one. We want it to slowly and gradually build and evolve over time. And in fact, one of the main purposes why we're gathered here today is to invite more to come on board and join. And as more voices and more participants are part of the Do It Right campaign, we expect it to grow, gain strength, and evolve, as I said. So it could run for years if the sufficient enthusiasm is there, and I really hope it does.
Last one question: are you tapping campuses, schools to join the campaign, or if ever you have one, how do you work with them?
Well, the Do It Right campaign, we will have some events. We're planning a Do It Right Fest, which will be a concert event in October in Manila, and for example. But the campaign, I think, is really about attitude shifting, and its real beating heart, I think, will be in the online and in the social media. So I think that should make it easily accessible to the youth segment.
Sorry. Last follow up. With this campaign, I know you're just gonna roll it out. So with this rollout, we're in the third or fourth quarter of the year. Do you have a specific number of people in mind that you want to target?
No, we haven't set targets in terms of numbers of people. I think we've been thinking more about wanting to attract more organizations to support it, and hopefully what would be ideal really is if some like-minded but prominent Filipinos, like people who are famous or celebrities, if they wanted to add their face and their name to the campaign, that would be terrific too. But we're really just trying to reach the mass.
Thank you so much. I'll just take your photo.
Yeah.